Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was my first day back from break, Friday, the 5th of January 2024. A great streaming day, and it was good for multiple different reasons. First of all, on the Level 1 podcast, we talked about a variety of topics, but notably, a giant topic was about the launch of DSP Throwback, which is the rebranded channel that I currently have. That it used to be called KO Gaming, but now it is for my legacy content from the old days of YouTube to actually have a new home and a new place to be watched, because number one, some of this content is missing from the internet because the channels that it was on was actually deleted over the years, and number two, the content that I have is very old and outdated, made with a camera pointed at a TV, and it looks awful. All right, so this channel is a new place to re-upload that content now, run through HD upscaling filters, frames per second increases, audio editing to make it better. Basically, a ton of different improvements, all right? And it launched yesterday. Part 1 of Final Fantasy 13 went live over there. And then this morning, actually, Part 2 did. I'm taking people's feedback on the project, but I talk a lot about the launch of it and in depth about my plans for it on today's podcast. So if you'd like to hear all about DSP Throwback, please watch the podcast. If you just want to check out the channel, it's youtube.com/@DSP Throwback. Be awesome if you could check it out, because I'm trying to build up viewership there so that I can eventually repartner the channel. It may take a week or two to do that. If I put consistent content up there, I'm hoping that I actually will be able to basically get the partnership back, which has been gone for many years. So that was awesome. We talked about my day off. We talked about game news. It was a great podcast. And then we jumped back into Baldur's Gate 3. Lots of progress in Baldur's Gate 3 today, including basically finishing up. We had finished up the Goblin camp. We had our big party celebration. Then I said, well, let's explore further on the map. People told me that instead of going to like Underdark again, there was more to do on the map. So we headed west, and we actually found this town that had been ransacked. And we did a quest there. Then we found a secret underground lair and a place to give that chest that we had gotten in that cave much earlier on in the game. We gave them the chest. We traded in that quest. Then we went further. We actually ran into the Gith. I ran into a really annoying game bug regarding Lae'zel. But then we got even further, and I'm like, wow, this is great, because now Lae'zel's pretty good. I actually swapped her into the party in place of Karlach, and she's really good now. She can get upwards of 3 attacks per turn now, which is crazy good. And then we went back to the Underdark, started exploring down there, found optional areas. Basically, it was a lot of good progress today. I had a great time on the stream. People seem to enjoy it. Still really loving the Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough, and more coming, okay? Then it was Friday Night Fights, and this week I'm only doing Street Fighter 6 once. I decided to go back to E Honda. I had fun. Overall, I had fun. Listen, the game drops inputs. I know that. There's nothing else that can be done about it now. There's too few players, not enough good connections. Players have literally found out how to abuse this netcode to get away with ridiculously unsafe stuff. Case in point, the last fight I had tonight was a Blanca that literally would do Hail Mary move after Hail Mary move, and he found out these setups that if you were playing offline, you'd be able to block or you'd be able to counter. But this guy, he does like full screen EX jumping command grab with Blanca, and literally no matter what you input, it just drops everything and it won't let you hit him ever. Like literally ever. It gives him a free move every time. And I'm like, wow, that's really bad. So that's kind of the situation now with Street Fighter 6. I'm still enjoying myself. I did have some great matches with Honda. I enjoyed playing with him again because I hadn't used him in many months, and I did get back into it. I remembered his moves and everything, his combos. So, but, you know, did I win a ton? No, not really, I don't think. I still had fun, though, and it was a great session, so thanks to anyone who was there for it. We're in the home stretch for Street Fighter 6 now. I'm noticing attendance is definitely dwindling big time. Support is dwindling big time. People are getting tired of it. So we have a few more weeks of this. Basically, when Tekken 8 comes out, that takes over for Street Fighter 6. We have no more Street Fighter 6 this week, but then we have Friday Night Fights next week, and then maybe like 2 or 3 more Street Fighter 6 streams tops before it kind of gets, not retired, but kind of gets put on the shelf while we play Tekken, right? So, thank you for watching. If you still are, we're in the home stretch of Street Fighter, okay? So, overall today, great streaming day, good support, great content. I'm happy that DSP Throwback has launched. I hope you'll give it a chance and give it a look if you're interested in some of the old school playthroughs. Tomorrow's a completely different style of day because tomorrow we're flipping the streams. It's going to be Resident Evil 0 remastered on the first stream. Very excited for this. I played this back on Tuesday, and we got through the entire intro train segment, got to this second mansion, and I'm starting to remember ever so few things about the game. Like, we got to this almost like attic big room area with these cranks, and I'm like, I think I remember this room. If I remember, aren't there a boss coming up or something in this room later? I think there is. So some things are coming back to me about the game, but not a lot. It still kind of feels like a brand new playthrough for me. And now that we're at the mansion, I'm more excited because I like the more traditional exploration of the mansions in this game rather than like that train was really kind of jarring. It was a little different layout of other Resident Evil games. Too confining, too much backtracking. So I think it's going to be a fun stream tomorrow. Tomorrow night, more Sea of Stars. We've gotten out of the intro. We're moving on with the game. I'm excited for more. I hope you'll join me for the retro throwback, but still modern RPG fun. A couple quick reminders. The year-end series are this week. So the most disappointing games of the year countdown is Monday night. And then your viewers' choice best playthroughs of the year, followed by my Game of the Year awards, is Tuesday night. So the night streams this week are very different to have the year-end series. Also, I made an announcement on the podcast. This Wednesday night, I'm doing a very special late-night stream that if you can make it live, you are not going to want to miss it. That's all I'm going to say. I'm literally not spoiling. And everyone is speculating what this stream is going to be. Everyone has different ideas. I kept telling you guys, I got more and more stuff up my sleeve this new year. So this Wednesday night, I hope you will join me for a very special late-night stream. I think you will really enjoy it. Okay? All right, ladies, gentlemen, everyone out there, thanks for a great streaming day. I hope you have a good evening. I hope to see you in the morning for the podcast and, of course, Resident Evil. Peace out and see you then.